Merhaba arkadaşlar. Yok, buraya değil.
That came out nicely.
Güzel.
I should show Deke. I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Thank you for your help, Deke. Incendio!
aslında güzel bir şey olabilir de hani mantıksız. Hani şimdi şöyle düşünün. Savunmadan yüksek bir şey bulduk mesela. Ne yapacağız? Mecbur kullanacağız değil mi? Baktık hani böyle bir kullanırız. Hani savunması atıyorum bunu 39, diğerinin 49 ise atıyorum. Hani baktık pek etkisi olmuyor. Mecbur şey yaparız. Hani bununla uğraşmayız yani. Ne diyor? Bunlar alamıyor. Yok. Bunu da alalım. Hemen buna katılalım abi.
And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah,
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello! I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy buff.
Hello, Amit. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about. Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. Confringo! Good, that did.
Incendio! Revelio!
It's a dog, isn't it?
Professor Shah's just about as cold and distant as the bloody stars she wants us to chart. Not how.
Levioso! Accio! Repulsor! Revelio!
Ha buradanmış ya.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine.
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know. Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
The perfect night for...
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shah was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about. Revelio.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Ben bu özelliği pek uğraşmam gibime geliyor. Çünkü baksana. Savunması yüksek. Neyse. Sanka.
Revelio. Incendium.
You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not this close to school, I mean.
Look, there's the table. I think you should do the honors. The constellation should appear near the center of your view. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You're welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Bunu da tamamlamış olduk. Başka bir görev atacağım.
Revelio.
Burada olabilir belki.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Zehir tentakola. Umarım ucuzdur yani. Hani adam otu var mıymış bakalım.
Revelio.
Şunları da bir arayayım.
Aloha
Bakalım
Mora.
burada ne varmış.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Hello.
Revelio.
Mind you don't turn quick. If you're stuck with a Duracell feather, it doesn't half hurt.
Hello.
Welcome to Brood and Peck. I'm Ellie Peck. And before you ask, I'm out of a Braxton hair. The lot of it was bought up by a trader in Ottery St Catchpole. Made me take it in person, they did. No care that I had to shut the shop. Apparently had a bad experience with someone shipping them hair from a Wampus cat. Must have been someone from America, no doubt, 'cause we don't even have them here. Anyway, what are you here for? Mooncalf fur? Duracell feathers? Always have trouble collecting them myself as the bird keeps disappearing. Cheeky thing. Used to carry them in the shop, Duracells, but people kept asking for their money back when they'd get home and the blasted things would be nowhere in sight.
I can imagine that would be rather frustrating.
There's worse. Trust me. Most of the suppliers of whooper feathers may as well be living in St Mungo's. Not surprising, I suppose, the cry in those things. Oh, but such marvellous feathers. Almost worth going mad for.
Sounds like stocking your shelves comes with some hazards.
Truer words never spoken. Used to carry beasts themselves. Good business it was, but had it up to here with parents grumbling. Not my fault if the little ones caught a flea of an easel. Ooh, you should have heard them. No, best with byproducts. And I do like to make sure the beasts are safe and well cared for. Couldn't guarantee that with some of these prospective owners. Now, why don't you have a good look around? Stocks change all the time, and not just because they disappear. Always best to pop in whenever you can to get things before they run out. Which they used to literally do.
Thank you, I will.
Take all the time you need. And thank you for stopping by. A treat to have you here.
What do you have for sale?
Now, what sorts of beast byproducts might you be looking to acquire?
Bak bundan lazımız bize mesela. Burada da yok ya.
I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome.
Şuradan bir gidelim bakalım.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. Revelio.
Come on inside. Oh, watch yourself though. Let's have you leave here alive.
Such a wee bairn gieing a thrashing to a troll.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Whew. Sorry I'm in a bit of a tizzy. I was just scolding some of the plants for spitting and nipping. I suppose it's my own fault for putting more than 4 to a tray. By the way, Beatrice Green is the name, but you may address me as Madam Green. Welcome to Dogweed and Deathcap. Oh, mind you don't knock the mandrakes. Oh, if there wasn't the constant demand for antidotes, I wouldn't need to stock so many of the little dears. Except, of course, for curses. And, well, if you've been petrified, then obviously you've come to the right place. Mind you don't knock the mandrakes. Oh, if there's an uprooting, you'll be the next one to drop dead, and I'm in no mood for a clear-up.
What do you have for sale?
Well, what say we show you some of what's available? But your things will be safe with me until they're sold. Then you'll have to make do with money.
Ha bak bir tane bu var.
Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase.
Süper.
I can tell you'll go far. Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Şimdi bunun görevi yapacağız. Nereye
Does it
gidiyoruz?
get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Düşmanların olduğu bir yere gideceğiz şimdi. Şuraya bir ışınlanalım bakalım.
Incendio! Assignment's all finished.
Şimdi buraya geçebiliriz abi.
think he was hungry.
More like he doesn't like me.
Her vurucu değil. Ha tamam bu.
Cannot win, but don't be shy, for I can't make them cry.
I've seen the boys looking very sheepish.
Interesting. How wonderful to see you again.
Revelio. I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand
Oh, süper olur
movement.
hocam.
Let's see you try your
Wingardium
hand at
Leviosa.
it. When executed
Oh,
correctly,
süper ya.
you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
Güzel. Bunu da ezberlemiş olduk. Çok güzel.
Well done!
Professor Garlick, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
Apologies, Professor. Perhaps later.
Not to worry. I'll be here if you'd like to talk.
Bunu da tamamlamış olduk. Nerede o şey? Bu olması lazım. Aynen.
Wingardium Leviosa.
You're a natural.
Oo güzel. Şimdi başka ne görevi var? Ya bunları da alsam iyi olur da. Ne bileyim hani ana hikayeyle oyun uğraşıyorum ya hani görev yapıyorum. Bir tane bulmaca falan işte. Üst bölgede sürün oraya. Tamam bunu da yaparız. He 17 mi almam lazım ya? Ne kadar var? Çok az var. Dur Sebastian'ın yanına bir gidelim bakalım ne diyor. Şuna bakalım.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Please be.
Honestly, the way some of this
What you did in Cross Wands was fantastic. Your jewels just...
Ben hatta şey yapayım. Gel buraya. 24. Bunu takalım. Buna da şey özellik ekleriz. Yani hani oldukça geç. Bunda da yok. Tamam.
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more.
Revelio!
I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
Wingardium Leviosa.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
Ominous is right. Meddling in the dark arts is dangerous.
There's more to dark magic than people realise. The Gaunts know this, better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse, also known as the torture curse, inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented blue powder.
Revelio.
Bu tamam. Kaldı 2 tane. Güzel. Başka ne var? Şu.
Brilliant.
Bu da tamam.
How did you get on with those tasks?
Madam Kagawa, I completed the list of tasks you assigned.
Wonderful. I trust you became more familiar with your broom through the process?
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team. If Black ever permits Quidditch again. Well, with those tasks out of the way, let us get started. Glacius. Pay attention to your homework.
Çok güzel. Teşekkürler hocam. Kolay gelsin.
I'd recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office before taking it out into the world.
Görev açılmış değil mi? Oraya da bakalım. Bir dakika, seviye atlayamıyor mu? Ay şu kadarcık kaldı, yapma be. Ne, bir dakika. Oo, çok sağ ol hocam. Güzel.
There you go. Get to move quickly.
Revelio.
Burada kalalım arkadaşlar. Görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın.